I have quit video games for 2019.
Damn.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah,
No mobile, no nothing.
not really.
Wow.
Not really. I mean, I talked a few weeks ago how I was just finding games really boring, and
Yeah.
after that conversation, I was like, well, why do you force yourself to play video games then? In Red Dead, I didn't even get to Chapter 3. I was just robbing stagecoaches endlessly.
But you were having fun.
I was having fun until I stopped having fun.
Yeah.
I think in 2019, I've cumulatively played probably 30 to 45 minutes of video games, and it's been Civilization 6 on my computer because I like Civilization and I want to check it out. But even that is like a rehash of Civilization 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Which is my main problem with video games right now. And honestly, like listening to Rocco saying, like, if they remade 4, it would sell so well. I'm thinking, like, yeah, it would. And then we just have another remake of a video game that's been out for 15, 20 years.
You know, I say don't force it. You know, like if a game comes along that you want to try, you know, you can't make a blanket statement you're not gonna play video games.
Yeah.
But I get, you know, you get a game if you want to get it. But man, I picked up Spider-Man after being fucking done with it.
Yeah.
I was done. I didn't care anymore. I had fun for the hour and a half that I played, and I was like, I got it. And I keep going back to it. I'm fucking loving it. Like, I'm glad that Beckett made me go back into it because I am fucking enjoyed the shit out of it, which I thought I was done with it, and I thought I knew all there was to see or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was wrong.
I played more fun shit in 2018 than I can even remember. Like I was playing, I felt like video games were competing for my time more than any year I can remember. Like,
I played all the games you did too, but none of them captured my imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is I really needed, for some reason, I just needed that extra push to play more because I was done. And then I found out that I was not done.
You're back in.
I'm back in.
I think we suggested, Derek, take some time off.
Yeah.
Just let it happen.
Yeah, I am. Do you ever feel like video games is a waste of time?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did in college.
It's a balance, man. It's a real balance in your
college when I
life.
was going super hard, like, because I had to do all this film shit and all that stuff. I kind of did take a break. Like, I missed BioShock, all these big games. And then after, like, a year or even 2 years, I dove back in and did a lot of catch-up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like there's so many things I want to do with my life, and when I sit down to play a video game, I'm just like, why am I doing this instead of like chasing my dreams or
That is a dirty little secret as people who create stuff based on video games. I mean, we're video game humor.
Right.
We're making sketches and kind of all basing it around video games.
Yeah.
The truth is, there are a lot of productive things you could be doing with your time instead of sitting around playing a video game. But it's like replacing it and finding that balance. Like, I won't watch TV at all because I'll put that leisure time into using like playing a video game.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm still using my television, but I'm not watching anything. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't ever really talk about that. You can get into dangerous territory where you're playing too many games and really neglecting other shit.
Yeah,
in your
and
life.
there is a balance. There definitely is a balance.
yeah, but I don't feel like, I mean, I've never had I've never like had to sacrifice, or what am I trying to say? I've never played video games instead of like pursuing any of those things. You know what I mean? Like Red Dead came out and I did not touch it until I was on Christmas break.
You got self-control.
Yeah, because my personal like ambitions are always gonna come first. But in terms of like when it was time, like, hey, I got some time to myself, I'm gonna whatever. I felt like I had so many choices in 2018. Like I didn't even know where to begin. I still have like a stack of stuff. Like I love the Yakuza games, and I still haven't played through 6. Like it's just sitting there. I love those games, but I haven't. You know, there was a lot of stuff like waiting for my time that I never even was able to give it.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is I kind of feel this way that Derek's talking about video games, about movies. I can't tell you the last time I saw a movie, like in theaters. And like I honestly, I'm like, well, there's nothing that's for me right now. And like, I want to check out
First Man.
I want to check out Vice. There's things I want to see.
Oh, yeah, I missed
I
Vice.
want to see all those too. I didn't watch any of those.
Haven't had the time, and I was like, I guess I really feel like there is a backlog of movies that's accumulating for me, and when I have the time, I will watch these movies. But I have not watched a movie.
What did I just
I
say?
have a lot
very long time.
of like creative projects I just like to work on in my free time. My dream, I think, is to do like more writing. I would love to write a screenplay or a book, and that just is so. I mean, so many hours would need to be dedicated to accomplishing that. Yeah, when I sit down and play a video game, I just feel like, I play it for 5 minutes, like, nah, I want to work on this other shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
But I also don't. What's wrong with that? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think you have to beat. You know what I mean? It's like even with Red Dead, I was like, man, do I want to finish this? Like, oh, they threw all this extra stuff at me. But then I was thinking, like, did you not have fun with that? I did. Okay, well then this is. You know what I mean?
Then
was
it's
like,
okay to put it down.
Yeah,
And I honestly felt that way back to Spider-Man with that. Like, just going through the cities,
Yeah.
flying through. Like, I got my $60 worth for sure by doing that. I had a great hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
So I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, as long as you're recognizing it, Derek, and going like, you know what? I'd rather spend my time. And that happens to me too, where I sit down. It's like, oh, Saturday morning. Cool. I work 9 to 5s weekdays. So Saturday and Sunday are my like, fuck yeah, I got nothing to do. I'm going to get up and play video games or something. But I start in sometimes and it's like, I could be playing music. I could be playing my records, getting better at DJing. I could be editing a video I've had on my laptop for 8 months and I am not working on that. There's always something more that if your head goes to that and you're like, I'm gonna put the game down, do it.
Do whatever's the most exciting thing to you at the moment. So if games aren't stoked by it, fucking
Yeah,
do it.
because I definitely bow out of games now and then. There are some years where it's like, man, I barely played.
And absorb entertainment in a different way.
Yeah.
I
think maybe people were tweeting because I talked about being bored with video games, and I got into some conversations on Twitter with people, and a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, I play video games to unwind. I play video games for my mental health, same way I would like read a book or watch a movie or watch TV." And I was reading this conversation, it made me realize something about myself, and I was like, I feel like sometimes all I do is consume media, and my whole life is just consuming this media and these thoughts and ideas that somebody else created. And I just felt like maybe I need to get away from that and just like find things that don't involve like just consuming media.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with my free time if I'm not watching movies or playing video games or consuming media.
tolerance break, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go camping in Joshua Tree. Go on a
Hey!
retreat.
Get into like fitness. Become like a yoga instructor for a while.
Be a yoga instructor. Do a little downward dog.
Yeah, I definitely go in like phases where I'm like, all I want to do is like, I'm on a tear right now. I just want to keep making stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll hit like, okay, I kind of don't know where to go from this point. So then I'll go through a couple weeks of like, okay, I played Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, okay, I played enough of that. Like, I don't know. My brain like works that way where it's like I have these bursts of different things where I can like
reset.
I reset and then kind of like find it again and reset and find. So that's where I'm at. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm going through a phase. I'll let you know if I find a game
Totally cool.
well,
that I like seeing.
Phases, they happen.
this was real. That's the thing about us. We're real. We're raw. We'll say things that we think.
Share it
We're
all.
not going to talk about our Teslas and other bullshit. We talk about things that matter.
You're right.
I'm going to talk about my Tesla. Did you see all the subs we got? I'm definitely talking about my Tesla. I don't even have a place to charge it. I'm going to get a new one every time one dies.